A first listen and analysis of The Grudge by Tool. What's going on, Tool fans? I know it seems like I've forgotten about you, but I haven't. We're back with some more Tool. This is from the album Lateralis, which I've heard one of the tracks from. It was incredible. This is the track Judge. It's the opening of the album, and I've got a little bit of context here for the track and also some stuff at the end, which I'll pull out and see what the kind of critical takes on the track were from the website Genius. So The Grudge is a song about maturity and development using alchemical, astrological, and mythological symbolism. Pretty damn cool. I know they've got a lot of Jungian psychology in Tool's music as well, which will be kind of what I'll be looking out for too. So here we go. Let's check out the track. Interesting. Just to make sure that I caught that, I'll go back again. It sounded like something was just switched on, you know? And I think Tool deal with those kind of themes often, like the idea of switching on consciousness maybe. But it sounded like technological, which is the interesting part of that. Like, you know, almost like a machine was started. Right? A projector or something. Those drums again, man. Always a very kind of mysterious, mystical vibe about the music, right? Building up tension, humming in the back, pitter-patter of drums.
Wear the grudge like a crown, negativity, calculate what we will not tolerate, desperate to control all and everything, unable to forgive these scarlet lettermen.
Adam Jones on that fucking guitar, the tone of that. The music is always inward facing. I love that about it. This is my favorite part of Tool songs. They have a very mysterious vibe, and then there's this section where they find a groove just before the explosion. I'm guessing it's about to happen. In terms of where the first person narrator is at the moment of the song, I'd say they seem to be in a very insecure kind of state of mind, selfish. I think that is what is describing with all of this first verse right here. Oh, and the Scarlet Letter line was pretty cool. It's from the Nathaniel Hawthorne book, The Scarlet Letter, I think it was called, about the girl who had the A for adultery. So desperate to control and everything. That's what he's talking about with himself, right? When someone can't be wrong about something, unable to forgive your Scarlet Letterman. Interesting. So the people who he condemns, he has a kind of stamp on them forever, maybe, is what he's saying. Turn it up.
Crushing like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Justify denials and grip 'em to the lonesome man.
really interesting line, right? I promise to go back. That sounds like a cool drum fill. Wear the grudge like a crown. Wear the grudge like a crown. What do you think he means by that? Desperate to control. Wear the grudge like a crown. Interesting. Maybe a type of personality where, like, your anger is almost like central to who you are. Like someone who's done you wrong is always worn at the forefront of who you are. Very interesting place. I'm guessing through the track there'll be some kind of evolution release. I also wanted to highlight this part here. I'm not sure what he means by this. Saturn Ascends. This is to do with the symbolism and stuff that I was reading about in the beginning. But I'm not sure, I'm not really into, like, what's it called? Astrology. So I'm not sure what this means. Mercury ascends or anyways, let's take it back. Keep it rolling. The groove. Tension, release, tension, release, tension, release. Tension. Interesting sounds, which I think probably fit with the idea of what he's being said here. I think I figured out what he means by the Saturn part, right? Saturn comes back around. He's talking about the orbits perhaps realigning and how long it takes to come around, lifts you up like a child. So I'm guessing it's to do with the time it takes for Saturn to come around. By then, you've perhaps grown out of this selfish, indulgent phase of your life. Is that what he's trying to get at? Spits you out like a child, or maybe this is what I was thinking earlier, like the evolution of life. This is what essentially life does to you until Saturn comes back around. Very interesting style of saying that, man. Once again, Maynard's writing. Those are the very alien sounding parts. Right? This is the idea of alchemy, I believe. Lead into gold. I like it. Oh, you hear the gold noises in the background, right? Oh my lord. What a wild fucking track. From the drumming to the vocals, to the lyrics, to the atmosphere through the guitars. What a wild ride, man. It takes you in so many different places. Ultimately, I think it's about taking this idea of this pain and turning it into something positive, right? The idea of mental alchemy. I think personified by verse 4. I think this is the one that really tells the tale. So I was wondering what he meant by give away the stone. What do you think he means by that? But I guess he's taken the idea of the grudge and said it's like a stone that exists in your heart, I guess, something like that. And then it can be turned slowly into gold. The idea of alchemy. So what I'll do is I'll also bring up this stuff right here. Here we go. This is some of the stuff found on the website Lyric Genius. So I wanted to see if I was my take of it maybe was similar to other people. So it says the planet Saturn has an orbit period of 29 years. Interesting. I thought a similar thing. I didn't know the exact timing of it. So it returns to the astral position it occurred or occupied at the time of an individual's birth. It's approximately 30 years, so a symbolic moment in a person's life. So that's what he was trying to say with the orbit. I was wondering what he meant by that, right? The orbit coming back around. He had a line something to do with that. So I'm guessing he's talking about the passing of time, or maybe there is more of a symbolic meaning to it in astrology. Okay, so the next part says Jungian psychology, which is based mostly on alchemy, okay, similarly defines the transit as a period of transition and maturity into adulthood. This may manifest itself as a professional success, establishing a family, taking on responsibility, but it can also be a time of struggle and strife in the individual. Going through the transit cannot approach the period with the right mindset. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I was kind of right, not right, but my take was similar to these people's take here. All in all, what a crazy track, man. What a brilliant track. And all these different parts in it. I think also there's a maturity in the music with time. Whereas before, they tried to hit you with a sledgehammer with the stuff that I heard super early on. And instead now they play with dynamics and they let time pass and they really delve into whatever they're trying to say. It's a much more spiritual aspect to the music as well, which I really love. All in all, another brilliant track by Tool, man. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up for this.